The anime season in this spring, right, 2023 just ended. There are some really good bangers, of which you'd see multiple people, reviewers on different platforms who just can't stop talking about this particular series. Oshinoko, what do you have? Also, Hell's Paradise, Mashal, I suppose, and Demon Slayer, as you would expect. All great shows, all great series, sequels for that matter. And I guess Megumin's Konosuba Megumin Expression in the Wonderful World is sort of a prequel in a way, of sorts, but on the perspective of Megumin, I quite like it. All of these shows, amazing. But you also have those ones that are guilty pleasures, or those of which are actual crap. Sorry. I don't like it, to be honest. I really don't like this anime, the aristocrats, blah blah blah, whatnot. Because for one, the protagonist is a child, of course, who's OP, of course, who's been reincarnated, of course, from Japan, of course, and it also happens to be quite annoying because he keeps on saying so he keeps on shouting and all that, and I find it to be really annoying, and yeah, that just sucks. This one though is quite nice in a way, but yeah, cheat skill, of course, OPness, OP here, OP. This one is the ecchi protagonist. This one is wow. Well, second season of Isekai was smartphone. Honestly, I was quite excited, but then yeah, felt rushed. But at least it's got all the girls, 9 girls, right? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, boom, 9. Bingo, girls, 9 girls in this anime so quickly. The main goal of finding, like, what is it again, the floating islands thingy, that went by so fast, like a speed run. I felt like it really had less time to really flesh out its stories. It was quite bland, to be honest, but yeah, good things that there's already the girls are there, the whole team is completed. But yet I felt like they still need like more screen time in general to really have us, the audience, and for the protagonist as well, to really get the affection points up, right? So there's that. But today I want to share with you my my personal favorite animes in this spring anime of 2023. So let's start, shall we? First off is the Cafe Terrace and its goddesses. This is an anime that I've looked forward to because I've read the manga before, and as a harem, it's a good harem. I really love its entire structure in itself, where it's the type of harem where the main protagonist is put in a situation where he meets all 5 girls, the harem, right, in the first episode, or in this case, the first episode, but in the series, in the first chapter, right? So early on in the story, we are already introduced to these 5 girls, right, who are the quote-unquote potential candidates, so to speak, for the best girl, or the girl to be together, or to get together with the protagonist. So it's that sort of type of harem, right, where there's going to be one winner, so to speak, right? And the way that this harem series sort of operates in a way, right? It's following that sort of classic harem narrative where the protagonist is into a is fallen, or gets himself into a conflict, and he has to resolve it together with the girls. And through each of the episodes, they go through different arcs with the individual girls, and as those arcs pass by, of course, the girls would also develop feelings and affections for the protagonist, and so on and so forth, right? So it's really classic, really simple, and that's something that I really enjoy and appreciate with this harem series, because I feel like the harem genre is slowly dying. But hopefully with animes or series such as this, Quintessential Quintuplets, for instance, Nisekoi, right, and all of the great other classic harem animes, and soon to be the 100 Girlfriends who really love the anime, I hope those series would sort of redefine what it is, to the essence of harem, right, in general. And by the way, Akane is best girl. It's my own opinion, so yeah. Next, my one hit kill sister. This anime is just straight to the point, in the sense that there's no strong conflict or narrative going on. It's just in an episode there's a problem, okay, boom, solve it with the help of an OP sister. The protagonist is weak, yeah, but the sister is OP, so there's that. And I really love the funny dynamic going on between the two of them as well. That sort of comedic slapstickness of the Ane, or the older sister, always getting into or getting on with the the younger brother, which is weird when I say it out loud, but it's anime, right? It's anime, it's fiction, fam, please. Yeah. So yeah, it's funny. That's what I can say, but it's in my opinion as well. Kill Maria, one of the characters who's this demon lord general, who's also a drunkard, is also one of my favorites here. That, and because she's also voiced by Amiko Shimizu, who's one of my all-time favorite voice actresses ever. So that's why I really enjoyed this show. But yeah, it's one of those guilty pleasures, so to speak, right? Next, Rokudo's Bad Girls. Fam, I've been raving about, I've been preaching it for so long already about my love and appreciation for the delinquent heroine character trope, and I really do love it them so much, right? Love it, love them, right? Yeah. And in this one, right, harem, it's sort of a harem, but delinquents, right? Imagine Tokyo Revengers, but mo- instead of most of them are guys, most of them here are girls, and I like that. I like that, right? So me, but what I also like about this is that the harem aspect of it, I wouldn't really call it a. In a way, it is kind of a harem because all of these girls are into the protagonist. They love the protagonist, but it's not as hardcore, right? Where all of these girls are extremely fighting or are really obsessive with the protagonist. I view this as a sort of, nice, wholesome, friend group, right? Where the protagonist, along with his two friends, and would share a good, nice school life, wholesome school life with all of these girls who seem to be delinquents, but then when they fell in love with the protagonist, they sort of settled down, and I sort of like that sort of approach to the whole delinquent type. Nevertheless, of course, they're delinquents, and I really like that sort of aspect to it as well. The protagonist is okay in my very own opinion, right? He's not that sort of. He whines at times, he cries and shouts and do all of the things that a wimpy protagonist can do. Why does every protagonist, or in this case, a protagonist who's weak and who only has the power of speech and feelings and determination, those are good and all, right? But I also want a protagonist, much like Hayato from the goddess, the cafe terrorists and goddesses, right? Hayato, at least he's willing to learn how to make coffee, for instance. He really does. He's really smart. He's really invested in a lot of stocks and the like. So yeah, really, he has some contribution, right, or has some skill. Rokodo, for instance, right, he's just a normal high school student, and he has something on his forehead, which one of the main critiques that I have about. I'm not a fan of it so much, right? Because I wonder if people why wouldn't people question about the thing on his forehead, right? It's weird, but yeah. And overall, it's quite okay, to be honest. I feel like the ending was a bit odd. No, not odd, but rather, I didn't like the way that the ending paced itself, but it's okay, I suppose, so far. The resolution as well, sure, yeah, go for it. It's fine in a way, but overall, yeah, pretty standard. The animation, I have to say as well, needed some time to get used to because I wasn't used to the animation style, especially towards the eyes. You have that look at the eyes. It's like the characters are wearing eyeliner or something, right? And it has that sort of boxy feel to it. But yeah, to each their own, right? This is just simply the art style of this particular series, and I can respect and appreciate it, right? Because the overall essence of its story, I quite enjoyed it, right? Delinquents for the win, in my opinion. Next, My Clueless First Friend. Now, this is such a heartwarming romance story that I really recommend other people to watch because the protagonist, the male protagonist, for that matter, Takada-kun, is clueless, and he always blurts out or says such really sweet and lovely things to the female protagonist Akane, and it makes her blush. It makes me blush personally. I always squeal myself like a little girl, like a little girl. It's like Ika! Or something like that. Sorry, something like that. Right? Whenever he does something just so Chad like, right? I really respect him. But yeah, clueless, right? Clueless, and the reason for that is because the girl, right? This girl right here is known as the quote unquote Grim Reaper, who is feared and really overlooked, I guess, or everyone stays away from her, right? Everyone stays away from her. But then this new guy comes along, and he doesn't know about the whole reason why people are afraid of her. Just like he just thinks that, whoa, you're the Grim Reaper, right? That's cool. I mean, personally, I would having a Grim Reaper nickname would be kind of cool, in a way, right? Is it still cool to think about that? I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, he thinks that the nickname is cool, and this sort of misunderstanding just evolved him to actually really have feelings and affection for this girl, and he doesn't realize it up until, well, almost to the last episodes or whatnot, right? But the journey of how Akane was able to really finally have a friend to interact with is just so wholesome, and I really love the sort of approach that this anime has towards that essence, right, of having your world be opened up. What's it like to have your world opened up and brightened when someone becomes your first friend? And that's something that I really love. Right? Next, too cute crisis. As it is, there's a crisis because this anime is too cute. I feel like people should watch more of this because it's incredibly cute, right? The episodes are fun. All of the episodes are fun, and I just really want more. It's about this alien researcher girl who comes to Earth, and she happens to find about these a cat and the cuteness of Earth's animals, because in space standards, the animals that we have here on Earth are incredibly cute, and I think so too, right? I think they're absolutely right on the money. There's no other creature in the galaxy who's as cute as, or that's as cute as cats, dogs, rabbits, hedgehogs, and I just love how this anime accentuates or tries to bring out the beauty, the cuteness, and the wholesomeness of being a pet owner or having these animals. I also love the last episode that they were able to get in a red panda and a penguin. It's so adorable. Christ Almighty! I want more of this series. It's forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'm not familiar with the original source of material of it, but as an anime, this is absolutely beautiful and amazing to watch. I really, really, really recommend it if you're looking for something just to melt down, to enjoy. If you want something to chill, if you want something to just watch because you're looking for something happy to fill in your life, so to speak. Sorry if that came out wrong, but yeah, if you're looking for something that just wants to make you happy, this is one of those animes as well that I would recommend. What's up with that? Next, The Dangers in My Heart. The Dangers in My Heart is one of the manga series or one of the animes where, as after watching the anime, I immediately went online to look for the original source material, the manga, read it, and have caught up to all the latest chapters because it's really that good. It's that good in the sense where I really enjoyed the interaction between the protagonist and the main heroine. Overall, it's a wonderful romance story. There, that's it, right? Yeah. But it's about the protagonist and the heroine that really makes it really, stand out. Aside from their characteristics and their, overall, well, characters in general, right? You have the main protagonist right here who's looking gloomy, right? And a bit edgy here and there, right? You may cringe at at his remarks time from time, but I really love his growth. I really love his growth from the anime and from from the manga entirely as well. I really enjoyed it, right? So yeah, okay protagonist, but this heroine Yamada, tall girl who's a glutton who really loves to eat. She's adorable, precious, and I just love it, right? The manga portrays her in a lot of really cute different emotions, which I really love. And in the anime, I think it really does a good job capturing that. Furthermore, with the voice actress playing on point with how Yamada, talks and acts like, right? It's just absolutely beautiful, and I love how they really brought this character to life. And I really just love it. I feel so happy within this. It's really a danger to my heart, at least from how sweet it is. So yeah, those are the animes that I've really enjoyed this season. Of course, I've also watched other animes as well, and yeah, hopefully you some of you, of course, would take a look at this or consider these animes as well if you're interested in them, of course, right? So yeah, thank you for taking the time to listen, fam. So yeah, thank you. Peace. Bye,